Hi, I hope everyone is doing well. In today's video, we will be going through expanding and factorizing. Make sure you have a pen and paper ready to answer some questions and take down some notes. First, we will go through what is expanding. Expanding means getting rid of the bracket. So you're multiplying out the bracket. This is done by multiplying the term outside the brackets with each term inside the brackets. Say for example, we have 5 bracket a plus 3. What you would do the 5 times a, which gives us 5a, and then you will do 5 times 3, which gives us 15. This is how we expand. We have gotten rid of the brackets. Here are some few more examples for us to go through. We have 8 bracket 2b plus 7. What we will do first of all, we will multiply the 8 by 2b, which gives us 16b. Then we'll do 8 multiplied by 7, which gives us plus 56. So the final answer is 16b plus 56. Here is another example. We have c times c. This would give us c squared. And then we'll do c times 3, which gives us 3c. So we're multiplying everything inside the bracket by this letter c. Here is a final example. We have 2 times 3d. 2 times 3d is 6d. And we have 2 times minus 9. 2 times minus 9, you should know, is equal to minus 18. Another type of question which will occur, it will ask you to expand and then simplify. Here you have two sets of brackets. You have 2 bracket m plus n, close bracket, plus 5 bracket m plus 6. What you would do, you will expand each bracket separately and then you will collect like terms. So let's try to do this. 2 times m equals 2m. 2 times 9 equals 18. So the first bracket is 2m plus 18. Let's expand the second bracket. You have 5 bracket m plus 6. 5 times m is 5m. And then 5 times 6 is plus 30. What you can do now is collect like terms. You have 2m plus 5m, which equals 7m. And then you have this 18 plus 30, which equals 48. So the final answer is 7m plus 48. Here is another example. You have 4 bracket p plus 3 close bracket plus 2 bracket p minus 4. Again, you will expand each bracket separately and then you will collect like terms and simplify. 4 multiplied by p equals 4p. 4 multiplied by 3 equals 12. So when you expand the first bracket, you get 4p plus 12. Here you have 2 multiplied by p, which equals 2p. And you have 2 multiplied by minus 4. So a positive multiplied by a negative gives us a negative. So 2 multiplied by minus 4 gives us minus 8. Here again we will collect like terms. You have 4p plus 2p, which equals 6p. And you have 12 minus 8. So the final answer will be 6p plus 4. Now we will go through factorizing. Factorizing is the opposite of expanding. It means putting something into brackets. We look for the highest common factor of the terms and bring it outside the bracket. So we can say if we have 2f plus 3, once you expand this, this gives us 2f plus 6. So this is what we call expanding, to get rid of the brackets. When we go backwards, this is called factorizing. We are trying to put it back into brackets. To factorize, we decide what is going to be on the outside of the brackets by finding the highest common factor. If you do not know what highest common factor is, you can go back to one of my previous videos where I explained this. We then look at the numbers and any letters. So for example, we have 8x plus 20. What you need to look at are the numbers first of all. What is the highest common factor of 8 and into 20? So basically, what is the biggest number that goes into 8 and goes into 20? What you should know is that it is 4. So this 4 will go outside the bracket. Then you will put the brackets. Then you will think to yourself, how do you get from 4 to 8x? You know you will multiply it by 2x. And then you will think, how do you get from 4 to 20? It's 4 times 5. A way you can check your answer if it is correct is by expanding. So 4 times 2x gives us 8x. And 4 multiplied by 5 gives us plus 20. So we know that we have factorized correctly. Here are some more examples for us to go through. You have 9x minus 36. You need to think what is the biggest number that goes into 9 and into 36. You should know it is 9. So we take 9 outside the brackets. You'll put the brackets in. How do you get from 9 to 9x? You multiply it by x. And then how do you get from 9 to minus 36? You should know that it is 9 times minus 4. So the final answer will be 9 bracket x minus 4. Here is another example. You have 3m squared plus 12m. What you need to look for first of all is at the numbers. What is the highest common factor of 3 and of 12? The highest common factor is 3. Then we look at the letters. If you have m squared and you have m, the biggest factor for these would be m. So what you would get outside the bracket is 3m. Now we'll put the brackets in. How do we get from 3m to 3m squared? What you will do is you'll times it by m. Then how do you get from 3m to plus 12m? You have to multiply this 3m by 4. So once you factorize 3m squared plus 12m, you get 3m bracket m plus 4 close bracket. Here is a final example. You have 12a squared plus 30ab. Again, we'll look at the numbers first and then we'll look at the letters. What is the highest common factor of 12 and 30? You should know it is 6. And then you have a squared and you have ab. The highest common factor is a. There's an a here and there's an a here. So we can take a outside the bracket. We'll put the brackets in. How do we get from 6a to 12a squared? You should know to get from 6 to 12 you multiply it by 2. And to get from a to a squared you multiply it by a. Then how do we get from 6a to 30ab? To get from 6 to 30 you multiply it by 5. And to get from a to ab you multiply it by b. Here are some questions for you to attempt. Please pause the video, have a go, and we'll go through the answers on the next slide. Hopefully you had a chance to attempt some of the questions. Let's go through them. The first question asks us to expand. A times 3a you should know is 3a squared. A times 4 is 4a. When we do algebra, the number comes first and then the letters in alphabetical order. The next question says factorize. You have 18 minus 63b. You look for the biggest or the highest factor or the highest common factor between 18 and minus 63. You should know the biggest number that goes into both of them is 9. So you take 9 outside the brackets. How do we get from 9 to 18? You multiply it by 2. And then how do we get from 9 to minus 63b? You multiply it by minus 7b. The next question says solve 3 bracket c plus 2 close bracket equals 21. Again, we'll expand the bracket. 3 times c is 3c. 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. This is equal to 21. You take this 6 to the other side, so it's 21 minus 6, which equals 15. So 3c is equal to 15. How do we get rid of the 3? We divide both sides by 3. You are left with c is equal to 15 divided by 3, which equals 5. So the final answer is c equals 5. The next question says factorize fully. When it says factorize fully, there are maybe 2 or 3 different factorizations that you need to do within this question. So let's go through this. Let's look at the numbers first of all. You have 30 and you have 40. The highest common factor in this is 10. And then you have a squared and a. The highest common factor between a squared and a is a. So you would take 10a outside the bracket. You'll put the brackets in and complete the factorization. From 10 to 30 you multiply it by 3. And to get from a to a squared you multiply it by a. And then you include this c. Now we look at the second term, which is 40ab. How do you get from 10 to 40 you multiply it by 4. How do you get from a to ab? You multiply it by b. So the final answer is 10a bracket 3ac plus 4b. The next question says expand and simplify. You have 9 bracket x plus 3 close bracket minus 5 bracket x minus 4. Again, we'll expand the first bracket. 9 multiplied by x is 9x. 9 multiplied by 3 is 27. In the next bracket, you need to remember that this minus belongs to this 5. So this minus 5 multiplied by x, which equals minus 5x. Then you have minus 5 multiplied by minus 4. What you should know is that a negative multiplied by a negative gives a positive. Now we have this 9x plus 27 minus 5x plus 20. We will just collect like terms and simplify. You have 9x minus 5x, which equals 4x. And then you have 27 plus 20, which equals 47. So the final answer is 4x plus 47. The final question says expand. You have 9x bracket 3y minus 8. 9 multiplied by 3 equals 27. X multiplied by y gives us xy. 9x multiplied by minus 8 gives us minus 72x. Here is a summary page of what we have gone through today. We have gone through expanding, we have gone through factorizing. We should know that expanding and factorizing are opposites of one another. I hope you have been able to benefit. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. Also share it with family and friends who may be also able to benefit. Hopefully I'll see everyone safe and sound for the next one. And as always, take care of yourselves.